Xi Jinping has told his U.S. counterpart Joe Biden that the world is big enough for the two economic powerhouses. At their landmark talks in San Francisco, Xi also said Taiwan is the most important and sensitive issue going forward, and that reunification is inevitable. Isolated from the outside world and away from protesters, Filoli Historic House and Garden was where U.S. President Joe Biden hosted his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. Months of planning took place in complete secrecy, with the venue only unveiled a day before the landmark meeting. Xi rolled up at the giant estate south of San Francisco in his Hongqi limousine. There was no pomp and ceremony, which usually come with state-level occasions, but Biden was there to greet his visitor. They exchanged more pleasantries before getting down to business, with Xi shaking hands with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Treasury Chief Janet Yellen, and climate envoy John Kerry. All three senior U.S. officials visited China this year. In his opening remarks, Biden said there was no substitute for face-to-face dialogue.
Mr. President, we know each other for a long time. We haven't always agreed, which was not a surprise to anyone, but our meetings have always been candid, straightforward, and useful. Because I think it's paramount that you and I understand each other clearly, leader to leader, with no misconceptions or miscommunication.
For his part, Xi reaffirmed the importance of maintaining Sino-US relations. Our ties have never been smooth sailing, and yet we have kept moving forward amid twists and turns, he said. Xi reiterated his wish for mutual cooperation and respect, saying the world is big enough for the two nations to both succeed. After 2 hours of talks and a working lunch, the leaders strolled through the lush garden before Biden sent off his counterpart.
It's a beautiful vehicle.
It's a Hongqi, Xi replied, as he invited Biden to take a look at the interior.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
The White House described the talks as candid and constructive. The two leaders agreed to resume high-level military-to-military communication, combat drug trafficking, and improve artificial intelligence cooperation. In a readout, Beijing said Xi told Biden that Taiwan is the most important and sensitive issue affecting Sino-US ties. China will eventually be reunified and will inevitably be reunified, Xi was quoted as saying.